This has the possibility of changing everything as we know today. Scotty Pippen Jr., possible secret weapon that could look to be an upgrade in Coach's new offensive system. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Grizzlies Digest. Excited to be here with you, Tristan Harlen. Excited to talk about this latest report by Locked On Grizzlies podcast covered by a news station and whatnot. But before we begin, of course, we got to do a little bit of due diligence. And my sub button went away. 72% of you guys are not subscribed. 28% of you guys are. So those that are subscribing, thank you so much. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. And to my 72% of you, what's going on, man? What's going on? But as I mentioned, this is all about Scotty Pippen Jr. and what has been reported of him as of late. Now, I know I got something I need to address. I know in one of the past videos, somebody had commented, "Oh, I hope this is not becoming a music account." And I hear you 100%. But we got to cover something to pay the bills. So here we are. Because trust me, what we're going to be talking about today definitely feels like something that is a worthy topic to talk about, but not an urgent topic to talk about. Now, again, once we start to dive into this, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Turn the notifications on because, hey, subscribing to Grizzlies Digest is everybody's favorite price, free $99. So, yeah, a report came out by WQNG, I believe that's the news station that released it. If I got it wrong, I do apologize. But basically, they took the clips, some clips from Locked On Grizzlies podcast, and kind of released it. Ms. Cole talking about Scotty Pippen Jr. being revived in this offense that Coach Tumo is fixing to be running. Now, here's the thing, and here's kind of where I'm going to be disagreeing with kind of the things said in the podcast. Now, because if we go and we look at Scotty Pippen Jr.'s stats during his career, he's averaging 21.3 minutes a game. Now, of course, this is the Scotty Pippen Jr. that came from LA to, I guess you could say 2 seasons ago, whichever you want to put your timeline. But during his time in Memphis, he has never not averaged at least 20 minutes or more a game. He has never not had a vital role in the offense, whether that was Taylor Jenkins or now with Coach Tumo, kind of doing things differently since Coach Jenkins was released of his duties. And, the rest of the stats, they don't jump off the page as a NBA star player, but Scotty Pippen Jr. is the guy that's going to give you a good amount of buckets for the time he's on the floor. And really, we've got to understand why Scotty Pippen Jr. has become this icon that he's become for the Grizzlies. Now, of course, everybody knows who Ja Morant is. Ja Morant's arguably the face of the NBA, biggest superstar right now. Overseas, people are getting his face tattooed on him, his signature tattooed on him. They're buying the Jaws. Everybody's wanting him to start dunking again, so on and so forth. But there's a time in the history of the NBA and the Memphis Grizzlies that Ja Morant was not playing basketball because of a stupid mistake that the league should not have suspended him over. But everybody's going to have their opinion on it, so I'm not going to dive that much into it. Just know it's an issue that could have been avoided, should have been avoided, but nonetheless, it happened. The punishment was dealt. So Ja Morant's out for a long time, and the Grizzlies don't have anybody to play that one spot. In comes Scotty Pippen Jr. Well, Ja comes back. Ja gets hurt. Ja's out again. Who steps up and leads the team? Scotty Pippen Jr. does. Now, at one point, there were talks on Grizzlies Twitter, on a lot of different sources, whether that's X, Instagram, whatever, that was legitimately going on Grizzlies social media, Now, I'm talking in comments. You know, the Grizzlies themselves didn't post anything. By the way, give the Twitter back to Mr. Walker. I stand on business. I stand on that statement. But there was at one point that a good majority of, I'm not going to call them fans, but supporters of the Grizzlies were beginning to look at life after Ja Morant. They were beginning to kind of, okay, the Grizzlies are going to get rid of him because he's a PR nightmare. Who can the Grizzlies keep that's cheap that fills that role? Well, a lot of people were hooked on Scotty Pippen Jr. because, I mean, we go back and we look at the stats. The dude's he's a tenth of a point away from giving you 10 points a game. 3.3 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1.3 steals, shooting 48% from the field, almost 40% from three. Like, Scottie Pippen had all the intangibles to be that guy that's going to ease the transition away from Ja Morant, if you will. But Ja Morant comes back. Scottie Pippen Jr. still getting viable minutes. He's a great addition to the roster. He's playing where if Desmond Bane's in foul trouble, or Desmond Bane's at the 3, Scottie Pippen Jr.'s at the 2 with Ja on the floor, and again, they're doing a lot of things together. Now that Desmond Bane's gone, and here's where I'm going to be talking about the excuse me, the podcast. What makes it a secret weapon? What makes this? And I'm kind of asking rhetorical questions here, but why is Scottie Pippen Jr. a secret weapon? Now, for most, you look at Scottie Pippen Jr. and you know who he is. If you're a true Grizzlies fan, you look at him, you know who he is. But why are we at this point of the offseason looking at it as if Scottie Pippen Jr. is kind of the end all be all? Like, he's not. And I'm going to be so honest with you. Scottie Pippen Jr., as great as he is when the Grizzlies need him, he's not. He's almost going to get lost in the rotation at this point. Because you got him, you got Ty Jerome, you got KCP. Like, you've got an overabundance of at guard. Not saying that Scottie Pippen Jr. is a bad player, but where do you put him from here? Do you keep him? Do you look to maybe move him at the deadline? How does the season look? How does training camp look? Because, here's something else we got to remember, too, that's more than just basketball here. Scottie Pippen Jr. had just held a camp for the city of Memphis for kids, teenagers, whatever, at the Memphis Sports and Event Center, while Ja Morant's overseas doing his international tour for his Nike shoe line. Now, that's fine. That's great. I'm not knocking on Ja. I'm not knocking on Scotty, but at some point, we got to line it up. Now, excuse me, if we're going to talk about secret weapon here, I feel like that wordage, that verbiage, if you will, is not correct, because he's not a secret weapon. He's not a diamond in the rough, if you will. He's not somebody that they randomly signed like a month ago that's going to go out there and give them 20 a game or 15 a game. Now, he very well could go out and give the Grizzlies 15 a game if need be. But that's in a world where Ja Morant's not getting 30 minutes a game. That's in a world where KCP's not getting 25 minutes a game. That's in a world where all these guards that the Grizzlies just signed, drafted, or traded for are not starting over Scottie Pippen Jr. Now, while Scottie Pippen Jr. is a great asset to the team, possibly could add more value to another team down the line if he gets 10 to 15 minutes a game and he's averaging usually 5 to 9 points a game, and you look to move him possibly for some second-round picks at the deadline. Now, while that's a story for another day, what I will say is, how is this perfect? How is this huge? Well, it's huge because people are finally realizing what Scottie Pippen Jr. did. He filled a void. He came in at the right time and helped the Grizzlies at a low point where their star guard is not there. Where if Josh hurt, or if when he was suspended, he helped fill that void. Now, again, time will tell where he fits in with this new system. Now, some people, like the reason I'm making this video, think he's going to be secret weapon. He's unlocking a new skill or whatever. But here's the issue: is that you just signed Ty Jerome to all that money, so there's your 2. You just traded for KCP. There's a 2. Do you have Scotty Pippen Jr. back up as the 1? Or do you possibly start one of these younger guys, these rookies, if they fit the system and they're ready? Because we all know how Wells did last season in training camp. He's out for blood this season. So let me know what you think in the comments. Now, what I want you to talk about here, you ain't got to flame me. You ain't got to tell me how this sounds like a news report. Because trust me, I hear you. Let me know what your depth chart looks like for the Grizzlies this season. And let me know in the comments section if Scotty Pippen Jr. truly is, in your opinion, a secret weapon. Now, again, guys, the term secret weapon could be used for any player in the NBA. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder here. Me, personally, I don't see Scotty Pippen Jr. as a secret weapon type player, only because, again, he helped fill a void in Grizzlies history, as I just hit my computer. But, again, guys, before I go, I want to remind everybody that 72% of you are not clicking that subscribe button. 20% of you are. To my 28% of you that are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. To my 72%, come on, man, click the subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer to the regular season, so be sure to be on the lookout for more content from Grizzlies Digest. I'm Tristan Harlen saying so long and goodbye. If I don't talk to you any this week, hope you have a good week. Hope you start the week out great on Monday. And guys, hope you had a great weekend. Again, this is Tristan Harlen signing off for Grizzlies Digest. I'm going to go watch SummerSlam.